It's Week 13 of the National Football League. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bengals and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaunt. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jameis to throw it. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Winston. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
To throw is Winston.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Play action now, Winston.
That is caught.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
2nd down, Winston.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To the air again with Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They go play action with Burrow.
This is caught by Williams. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They need 2. Here's third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 78 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Winston. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
And the Browns getting set to go.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
Following the interception, Winston drops it off for Chubb, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Winston.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Jameis again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's Winston.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play.
And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They toss it left side to Chubb.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Winston now. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. This 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. On second down, here's Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. Shifts by him. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
They'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 2.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. His first catch good for 8 and a first down. Now it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a 2nd and 2.
Burrow will throw. And this is caught at the end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Mixon will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Mixon again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
The Browns set to take over. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
They go with Chubb on second down. And scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful.
And coughed it up, and the Bengals grab it. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Winston. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Winston.
He's got the connection to Moore.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw is Winston.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Out quickly to Judy.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Winston. Touchdown! Elijah Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
McManus now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. That to the former Browns tight end, Austin Hooper. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, Burrow has taken in by his big tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Fighting through pressure. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow will throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Chubb on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Winston. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. To throw, Winston.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. There don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
That is incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
It's Williams on the catch. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And now the Browns coming out on the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They begin this drive with Chubb. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him, AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
With it is Brown. Shoves him aside. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48. Now Burrow. That's caught on Yoshivas. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Burrow on first down. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Burrow. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. First down. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Mixon will try the right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. McPherson's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action now, Winston. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Now it's Burrow. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last
pass catch as well.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. Burrow looking to pass. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is up to 5.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Burrow.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Winston now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Winston. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So Burrow and the Bengals down 21-16. A minute 45 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Finding room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Throwing, Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A draw play for Mixon. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. To throw, Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Burrow. Taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Now Burrow. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.